Network.
Stand clear of the closing doors, please. Of the closing doors, please.
It's alive!
Transfer is available.
The next and last stop is...
You're tuning into the SubwayCreatures. You're tuning into the
And there we go. We got the mics going. All right. I'm your host, Rick McGuire, in the studio alongside Freddie B. TV, Kim Congan, and I'm very excited. We have a special guest today. My boy from Instagram, VerbalASE, in the studio. For those of you wondering, he is a beatboxer, a voice impressionist, over 760,000 subscribers on YouTube. I'm honored. I'm honored for you to be here, sir.
That's legit.
Thank you, man. Are we gonna unofficially shake hands on camera?
There we go.
Is-
You might want to talk into that mic.
Oh,
People can hear you.
Hi.
So for those people listening who don't know, can you just kind of give them a heads up of what it is you do?
So I do. I guess I can say Police Academy because I'm old. Okay, so I do voice impressions, sound effects, and beatboxing. Beatboxing is the main talent, but I incorporate other things into my show, so it's like a variety show in one show.
Right. And I mean, people are probably like, well, what the hell is he doing on SubwayCreatures? But someone a while back sent me a video of you. You actually perform in the subway, on the trains, and the platforms, and the stations.
That's
And
money.
you're not playing around either. You come with a full-on DJ set. It's like speakers, lights, a whole booth. I mean, you got the whole deal going.
Yeah, I the reason I do that is because like I want people to see that I'm serious, and also like you never know who's watching in the audience.
Right.
So like maybe somebody like, I don't know, Will Smith or somebody will see me in the audience and they'll be like, this guy's serious. Let's take him, let's give him a show or do something. So, I figured like, if I'm going to be out there performing in front of people, I want to be 100% serious instead of like, can I swear on the show?
Absolutely.
Half butt, playing half butt. That's a swear word?
Yes.
I thought you were about to drop like an F-bomb or something.
I was waiting for the C word.
I was waiting for something pretty bad.
So look, Verbal Ace, look,
Yeah.
so you raised a good point. That's very smart. When you perform, you want to be A1 all the time. But when you started, you wasn't A1.
No.
So when you started, back in 2011, was it?
Yeah, I came to New York in 2011. This guy named Kid Lucky invited me to perform at La Mama Theater. I think it's the same place where the Blue Man Group got started.
Okay.
I think.
Okay.
Yeah. So I performed there at this 2011 Human Beatbox Festival, and one of the other beatboxers invited me to go down in the subway and perform with them. And I was like, the subway? All right, well, maybe I'll give it a try or whatever. And that's the first time I've made like the most money I've ever made in my entire life, because I was working at Marshall's. Marshall's.
Slanging discount clothes.
Pretty much. I was part-time. I got 3 days a week, 4 hours a day, so a total of 12 hours a week. My paychecks was basically enough for me to pay my cell phone bill. So like when I made like $80 in 1 hour from performing in the subway, I'm like, damn, all right.
The one thing that we've learned is if you are good at what you do in the subway, you can make a killing. I've heard of people making, someone will walk up and give someone, whether they're play guitar or, I've never actually heard of too many people doing what you do, which kind of you're able to corner the market in a way.
Totally.
I was on, I didn't know Fox had a business channel, but I was on the Fox business channel being interviewed. I forgot the guy's name. But yeah, I was being
That doesn't
interviewed.
even sound like how does that come together?
Because what was the thing called, beatboxing for bucks or something like that. But they saw like the documentary film of me. There's a YouTube video called "You Are Here" by Adam Andrew Corey. It's on YouTube. Yes, I said YouTube twice. Okay, wow. There's a YouTube video on YouTube. Really? Well, I thought it was on Facebook. Yes, whatever. There's a YouTube video called "You Are Here." VerbalASE, "You Are Here." Just type that in, and I think they saw that because they saw at the end of the video me basically counting up the money I made, donations I made, and it was a lot. Like, it was a lot.
So what's the most you've made in a day?
$448
great.
in
How
6
long-
I need
hours.
to start.
In how many hours?
6 hours.
That's stripper in a bad town money.
Yeah, that's
wow.
D-Squad stripper money.
That is El Paso stripper money right there. Yeah.
That is awesome, man. Good
That
for
is
you.
red shirt stripper money.
And it's tax free.
But I want to say like that wasn't on the platforms. That was on the trains.
Oh wow.
So
Yeah.
let's talk about that, because we've had the controversy before where, we've talked to people where they said, it's one thing to perform on platforms because, it's people kind of walking by, but when you start going onto trains, now you're kind of cornering people. What has your experience been when you're actually going train to train doing your skits
versus the platform?
Right.
So like I first started performing in the trains, before I got the Music Under New York permit stuff. You guys know about Music Under New York?
Yeah, of
it's,
course. You have to try out for that, actually.
Yeah,
I just found it out.
for people who don't know, should I ever look at the camera? Hi guys. For those of you that don't know, Music Under New York is a program that allows musicians to play in the subway legally, but sometimes the cops would be like, "What are you doing here? I have a permit, sir. Let me see it." Okay, were you too loud? I can't hear they always say that. I can't hear my walkie-talkie when they're standing right next to the speaker.
Yeah.
Of course, it's going to be like, I can't hear anything. So even with the permit, the cops give you a hard time. But, if the cops are cool with you, it's really cool. And if you have, like you said, if you're really talented, which helps, you get a lot of people watching you. But compared to performing in the train, I feel like the trains are better because it's a little bit more like, I don't know if this is the right word, intimate or whatever.
Yeah.
Because you have a captivative
audience.
Yeah, captivative audience. Is that a word? Captivative? It is now.
Captive.
We just made it one.
Captive.
All right.
Ask
You're
Freddie.
holding
He's
them
like
hostage.
he's like the word guru in here. So
Oh yeah.
So you have a captive audience. They can't go anywhere.
Discombobulated. What does that mean?
Discombobulated means all strewn about in your mind. You're confused. You're thrown off kilter.
Hashtag when the landlord comes by. All right. So, so yeah, we have a captive audience in the train, which some people unfortunately probably do feel like they're captive because, they're like, hey guys, left my headphones at home. Not everybody's into it, but
That's me.
but most of the time, like, cause I come off very friendly. I mean, I am friendly on the train, and I try to be as humble as possible because I know it's an inconvenience for them to have somebody like they're just trying to get home or go to work or whatever.
But it's always a nice surprise when it is something to watch.
I agree with that, and I was thinking about it, and I did have a video of basically the skit that you put on when you go on to the train. But I was like, why the hell would we watch that when we have you here in the studio?
Yes.
So can we do a run through of you just walked onto a train?
Okay.
What is it? We're your audience.
Okay, so the audience is right, left, and right of me. I usually start at one end and perform on that end, and then walk down, hopefully collect some donations, and then do one more thing at the end before I go out. I used to didn't do that. I used to perform. And, I didn't want to walk through the door because I got a ticket for that before.
You got a ticket from going car to car?
From walking through the door. Yeah. They didn't give me a ticket for performing. They got a ticket for me. They got a ticket to me. I can't speak English today. They gave me
They
a
gave
ticket.
you a ticket.
Because I walked through the doors over the bridge.
Right. From
Like
car
on
to
the
car.
train.
You walk from one car to the other car.
Yeah, that's why they gave me a ticket. But they wasn't like,
Damn.
yeah. And I think the guy didn't see me perform in the previous card. He saw me walk through the door and he's like, hey, man, what's up? Merry Christmas. Oh, thank you.
Did he say Merry Christmas?
No, he didn't.
Oh, I was going to say, what a dick.
Yeah. But so back to so I'm in the train, everybody's looking at me, and this is my strategy after performing for a while. I start off my performance talking in the exact same voice and vocal tone as the subway train. So it's not just what time is it? Showtime? The train dancers, they do that.
Right.
They just start off loud and just going in. But I start off with the same voice as the subway train, and a lot of people look up first and then they look at me. I'm like, oh, I thought that was a thing. It's like, no, I did that on purpose.
Enough of the build-up. Let's
Stop teasing us.
Yeah, I can't take it anymore. You got to just do it, man.
Rick is about to bust a nut. You better go ahead.
Bust a nut. That's hilarious.
Do you guys want a spit shield or something for this mic?
Do we need it? No. We'll
I mean, I
just
could
throw
try
it
to
out.
do it off
We're
to
just
the
gonna throw it out when
Should
you're
I
done.
move my face?
No, I'll
How
just
far
I'll
is
just
the
do it like
spit
right here. I mean, I could do it off the side or something.
No,
I was just
go
looking
ahead.
out for you guys.
Do your
So
thing.
you gonna spit all on the
No,
the
I
mic.
have one thing I learned about beatboxing. I know how to. It's weird, but it's hashtag spit control.
Okay.
I learned how to control my spit when I beatbox.
I'm familiar.
I
with
learned that in college. Ha.
Oh God.
Just
I
here for
learned.
the
I learned
jokes.
women like her knew how to do that.
Oh, Kim making black guys blush is my favorite thing.
Can you tell? I mean, what color do I turn? Purple.
All right, man.
So just get right into
Let's
it. or-
get. All right, so you just walked onto the train.
Oh, okay. Ladies and gentlemen, I apologize for the interruption. My name is VerbalASE. I'm a beatboxer from outer space. Why am I from outer space? Because I can make sound effects that's not possible by the human mouth. I'm about to show you it's possible, starting with a classic movie theme that goes like this. See, it's the same thing. Stand clear of the. It's the same voice.
Wow.
So that's how I
No,
start
do
the movie.
the
And there we
stand
go.
clear of the closing doors.
Stand clear of the closing doors, please. You ruined it. You gotta let me do it, man. What's going on, man? All right. Wait a minute. All right, there you go. You see, you gotta react. No, I'm just kidding. All right, here we go. Which goes like this. What the beep? Remix the with some knocks back. Voice impressions, I am Yoda. Voice impressions, Muska Mika Mouse. Voice impressions, I'm Elmo. Voice impressions, I'm SpongeBob. Hi Patrick. Voice impressions, hey SpongeBob. I'm hungry. Calabria. What the beat? Joy.
Oh,
So that's the.
What the fuck?
there we go. Listen, I
Did you
don't,
see
I don't
Kim's
clap
face
for
the whole-
anyone on this show, apparently.
He never
so
claps. His first
I
time
never
he
clap.
clapped.
Oh what?
I love that.
You see
Listen,
Kim's face the whole time. Kim was she like a 6-year-old in Toys R Us.
listen,
That was fucking great.
I listened to a lot of your videos last night doing my homework before this. So I made sure that Kim got extra high for this episode. So she
I'm
didn't
just
really know what she was
perfectly
into.
stoned for this.
She didn't know what
that's
she was in
awesome.
for.
Kim
exactly.
got extra high. Like, what does that consist of?
I don't know. She was like putting stuff in her butt and it got weird.
What?
Depository in the boot, all the holes. Everything gets some CBD.
Oh man.
Well,
So
they're making it all in one now, so you can.
there you go. So VerbalASE, I growing up, I know you you touched upon it before, but I was a huge fan of Michael Winslow.
Yeah.
From Police Academy.
Yeah.
Rozelle from The Roots.
Yeah.
Are these people that you kind of aspired to be when you were growing up? And tell me, how did you get into this?
So the people I actually look up to as far as like beatboxers was I don't know if you guys watched The Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, Will Smith. He beatboxed in the
Heard of
show.
him. Heard of him.
Heard of him.
Yeah.
Yeah, he beatboxed in the show. Michael Jackson beatboxed. So like as far as like beatboxing influence, you know, it wasn't the a lot of people think it's like the, you know, the hip hop heads, you know, like the Fat Boys, Dougie Fresh and stuff like that. But what really got me into beatboxing or influence was Michael Jackson, Will Smith, and Michael Winslow. But it was mostly Michael Jackson and Will Smith because that's, you know, that's the first time
You
I
love Will Smith. You've mentioned him a couple times.
Yeah, I have. Yo, shout out Will if you're watching.
Fun. I got a couple fun facts for you.
What's that?
I Am Legend's one of my favorite movies.
Wow.
You know, I got to finish watching
I
that.
heard everything?
Oh, it's so
One of
good.
your
Yeah.
favorite movies?
One of my favorite. I know.
Wow.
I get the same reaction every time I say that out loud. And second fun fact, me and Will Smith have the same birthday.
What?
So I am Will Smith, basically.
What?
Well,
There you go.
continue with the Will Smith fun facts. I've been able to interview DJ Jazzy Jeff.
What?
He's one of the best DJs I've ever.
Wait, you have or you're going to?
No, I've interviewed him. I have.
Oh, that's cool.
He's the best DJ ever.
That's
Fun
cool.
fact, when
You're-
I was
you're
a
Will Smith
waitress in LA, I served Willow Smith,
Willow.
who came out of Will Smith's balls. Fun fact.
Rick, you have a Will Smith fun fact?
Yeah.
Partially.
So back in the day, me and Will were playing ball, and he dunked on me.
Oh my God, Rick! How did this just turn into something very? I knew it was gonna be homoerotic.
Yeah. Is that that's somehow homoerotic?
Played with his balls and then he dunked them on you.
Oh, we were playing ball, and he dunked on me.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Just one ball.
Dang it, I was trying to
Just
tone
one.
it down. I was like, hey, kids, we're like, we're talking about basketball.
Oh yeah, don't worry about that. Don't worry about
okay.
toning it down.
So
on this
have you
show.
met any of those people? Michael Winslow, not Michael Jackson, but
I met Dougie Fresh in 2011. Him and his click sounds, he could do
nice
that
with it.
so loud and crisp. Like, I don't know, and he does it a lot too, like or whatever. Like
Wow.
that's
that
nothing.
was quick. That was really
Oh,
quick.
dude, that's nothing. Like Dougie Fresh goes
Dougie.
ham.
Do it again.
Like that.
So how did you know that you can do this? Like, how
Him
did you
gonna
get
pull her
into
whole
this?
face.
How did this become a thing?
Yeah, I was still gonna answer the question. So this is weird. I got into making sound effects and beatboxing from playing video games, like Sega Genesis. I don't know if you guys remember Streets of Rage.
Of course.
Grasshopper, grasshopper.
Yep. You know, it's because it's that's in Japanese. He's actually saying grand upper. But when he hits somebody, it sounds like pss, 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 so the pss sounds like an S, so it sounds like he's saying grass the paw, but he's actually saying grand upper, but it sounds like an accent, grand upper.
Man, it was today years old. I just found all these years. I thought Axel.
Yeah.
was Axel. I thought he was saying grasshopper.
No, he's saying grand upper.
That's crazy.
So like, I would try to imitate the sounds in the video game, and like just, my mom said, you can't play video games all day. You got to go do some other stuff. So I take the toys, play in the room, and try to make the same sounds I hear in the video games. So when somebody gets hit, if you remember the sounds in the game, look it up, guys. Street of Rage. If you remember the sound in the game, when somebody gets hit in the face, it's psh, psh.
Yeah.
So that became my snare sound. If you guys saw earlier, I was going. The psh is somebody getting hit in the face. So that was my snare sound. And then the is like another sound when somebody gets hit in the stomach or lower. It's like a sound in the game. So those two sounds became like my main beatboxing sounds. And I think I was the only person that actually writes these sounds down. Like I don't know, I could write.
You used to write them like a
You
word.
write the sounds down?
Yeah.
Spell.
What do they call it? Phonetically?
No,
Is that-
I want him to spell.
Yeah.
Psh.
Yeah,
Spell it.
PRSH. That's how I spell it.
Oh, I get it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's
But
it.
it's the sounds of the letters, not the words. So like somebody be like, what does Persh mean? You mean Porsche? No, it's psh, psh, PRSH. And then is BM. So it's the sounds of the letters. It's like that. So I would write it down. So like BM-TI-PRSH would be
Real quick,
if I
real
could write
quick.
it
Damn,
down,
you're
I
like
could show
writing
you.
music, but it's like writing sound
Right.
effects.
So real quick, you talking about you doing sound effects. So one of the most popular sound effects of the most popular game, I want to know, can you do it? And that is Ryu and Ken Street Fighter. Can you do that?
I mean, I could sound like a. I mean,
Hadouken!
probably as good as you can.
Hadouken!
Hadouken! I don't know.
Sonic
what was
Boom!
What was the other one? Shoryuken?
Shoryuken!
I had a bad joke for that one too.
That's why it says Luken!
I have a bad joke for that one. Like somebody's like, he's trying to motivate somebody. I don't know if I could do it. Sure you can. Get it? Sure you can. So stupid.
So look, so you to my school at
Street Fighter. You play?
Yeah,
Okay.
Did she play? Yeah, she I think she think about Mortal Kombat. She high.
Oh yeah, you're right.
So look, so I read a interview with, and you were saying you were a nerd back in school
Yes.
as well.
Still am.
So you right? Okay.
Yeah.
So because I was a nerd.
Self-proclaimed. I like that.
Yeah, because I'm a nerd too, and so what makes you a nerd? Like when you said, I was wondering like what made you a nerd in school? Like what contributed to that? And do you feel like that contributed to you getting into spelling sound effects?
I think so. Yeah. I didn't really have a lot of friends. I was actually drawing. I used to draw a lot.
Will Smith.
Will Smith was Will
Just
Smith a
pictures of Will Smith.
No. I was like, oh, Will Smith a nerd too? No.
You had him
You got a fucking Will Smith shrine in your room.
No.
Candles lit.
Did you watch Hey Arnold?
No, I stopped that last
Do
year.
you remember Hey Arnold?
So nobody caught that. All right, yes. Hey, Arnold, yes. Hey,
You
Arnold.
were like the Helga Pataki. You had like a gum
gosh.
thing of Will Smith.
No, I was hoping you're going to compare me to Gerald. I was
Gerald
such
is
a
cool.
Gerald.
All right,
Gerald's cool.
you can't call yourself a nerd. You try way too hard to fucking be a nerd.
Why do
You
I
try way too hard.
How?
You can't dress the way you dress and then be like, I'm a nerd.
Oh, that was the other thing. So one of the things I figured why I was a nerd because, wait, you were going to say something in reply to him.
No, he talking about I'm not a nerd. Like I want to
can't
hear
call
his
yourself
story
a nerd.
because remember
You
we had
try way too
we had a
hard.
conversation about bullying too, about getting bullied.
I got bullied.
I got bullied as well. I got bullied, and I didn't dress like
bullied.
this all my life.
We all got bullied.
You bullied? You said you bullied.
No, no.
Kim was the bully.
Kim was one of the mean girls.
Right. You can't sit with us.
Seats taken.
So, but
Yeah.
So you said you didn't have many friends, and you got bullied as well.
I got bullied because I didn't walk, talk, and act like the other kids. You know, like I was basically Carlton. What hence Will Smith again? Whatever. But Carlton was fine. Carlton.
You love Will.
Look, you gave him a complexion. Now he looks at you every time he makes a Will Smith comment.
I'm like blah blah blah. Will Smith. And by the way, Will Smith. Yes. I wrote my will to a guy named Smith. And okay, whatever.
So so go on. But if the,
So I didn't walk, talk, and act like all the other kids. So I didn't have a lot of friends. I was made fun of by black girls most of the time. I went to junior high school, Paris Junior High School in California. There's a Paris, California, and we would always be me and my brother. We would just be chilling, mind our own business, and a group of black girls and be like, "Look at him! Look at him!" I'm like, "What?" And I never got it. I didn't talk with the slang. I was like, yo, what's up, motherfucker? I wasn't like that. I was just.
But you were real to yourself, and that's honestly, it seems like you still are to this day, which is so cool.
But I was treated differently because I wasn't like all the popular kids or whatever. So I didn't have a lot of friends and stuff like that, and I was just like, whatever. I don't need those people to be my friends anyway. So I just, started drawing. For me, drawing was my way to escape from reality. So I would always like draw myself in comic books or stuff like that. I had this thing called like My World where, I would ask a girl out in real life and she'd be like, no, I'm sorry, because, I was the nerd. I was the geek guy or whatever. But in the comic books, I'll be sitting at a desk, she'll just slap a paper and they're like, hey, let's go out. I'm like, what? That was that. And I created that world and
That's
a lot
so
of
sweet.
And I had a lot of thank you.
That is so cute.
I had a lot of fans in school, like comic book fans. They're like, dude, let me see your comic book. I was like, oh, dude, that's cool. When are you gonna make another page? And so I had like a following, not like a big group or whatever, not a cult, but I had a following. But like, it wasn't until I was a junior in high school where I started beatboxing, and then like I became the popular kid in school.
So that's where I wanted to go with it. So beatboxing came in high school. You were already drawing prior to that. Yeah. Then beatboxing came in high school. You had a small following, and beatboxing blew you up more so to where now you're a nerd and you are who you are, but you're popular.
But everybody likes me. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So how did that change in your mind? Like, were you able to adapt to that, or was it weird?
So like I gotta say this out because I usually take this out of or never say this in an interview, but it's a huge part of my life. I'm actually a SGI Buddhist. Both my parents are Buddhists, and a lot of people think, "Oh, you're a
What's
monkey."
What's an SGI?
SGI stands for Soka Gakkai International. Basically, it means World Peace Movement. And a lot of people think like, "Oh, you do the meditation thing. You're a monk. You do that." I'm like, no, it's different. We say Nam Myoho Renge Kyo. I don't know if you guys are familiar with Tina Turner.
Tina Turner, she was getting beat and she's about to kill herself, and then she did that.
Tina Turner, Orlando Bloom's also SGI Buddhist, and Katy Perry joined a couple of years ago.
Oh wow!
Wait, what do you say?
Nam Myoho Renge Kyo.
Okay.
Now what is that?
It's kind of like you chant it. Nam Myoho Renge Kyo.
Yeah, Nam Myoho Renge Kyo means I devote myself to the mystic law, and the mystic law is basically cause and effect, which happens anyway. You do a cause, you get a good effect. Do a bad cause, get a bad effect. So like you're basically making yourself one with the.
You're reminding yourself that something's gonna happen if you react.
Pretty much, yeah. So like, my dad always told me like, dude, you could chant for whatever you want. And me being the nerdy, geeky guy in school that was unpopular, the first time I chanted was I was like, wow, look at that girl. Nam Myoho Renge Kyo. I wanted to get the girl. That's what I chanted for.
I don't know if you will be chanting, but it's going down this weird verbal.
But my dad said I could chant for anything.
Oh Lord!
And
he should put some restraints on that. You chant for everything.
I chanted. Yeah, I mean they said no matter what you chant for, you can get it. So I chanted for that.
This is amazing.
Oh, I mean, the technical slang is girls, female.
Gotcha there.
But I chant for
the
that.
comments.
I wasn't gonna say it.
So I chanted for that. It never happened. I never got the girl.
You never got it?
I never got the girl.
Oh
but
my God,
instead,
he's telling us God's not real.
But instead, my potential came out. Like I started beatboxing, and I went to my dad. I was like, "How come when I chanted for this, I didn't get the girl. This happened instead." And my dad said, "It's like because what's important in your life will come out first. You're still gonna get the girl, but not at this time. It's gonna be at a later time, and it's gonna be better than what you expected. So your life condition gets something that it needs versus like something that you just want." So
Because
like
chicks like beatboxing.
no, she wasn't beat. She was actually the shyest, most quietest person in the school, and that's what attracted me
Let's
to her.
call her right now.
I don't have any.
Well, we have her on the phone.
All right, interview's over.
Surprise, VerbalASE. We got her on the phone.
Misty, how you doing, Misty?
Oh God.
Misty, ew.
Oh man, dude, that's great. So you still use this?
Yeah, I chant today. Yeah, I chant every day. And I always do. They call it Sancho when you chant 3 times. No mirror and get killed 3 times. I do that before every performance. Before I get on the train, I do a quick Sancho, and then I go. One funny quick story. One time I was on the train. I was in the train. And I did a quick Sancho, and like this older gentleman saw me. He's like, "Just do your thing, man." I was like, "Oh, okay." He thought I was like, "Please don't let anybody kill me." I was like, "No, I was just doing like a quick Sancho or whatever." And he's like, "Yo, just do your thing, man. And everybody's ready." And I looked up, everybody was looking at me. I was like, "Oh shit, okay, well here you go."
Everybody looking at you while you chant.
Yeah.
Well, you mentioned that you kind of go all out for these because you never know who's watching or who's
Yeah.
going to take notice. Has anything really come of this?
Yeah. I don't know if you saw him on YouTube, but I performed at Madison Square Garden.
MSG.
Wow.
Yeah. Somebody who works at the time, I think her name was Jacqueline. She worked for the NBA, putting on like getting entertainments and stuff. And she saw me on the train. She walked up to me, gave her card. Gave me her card. Yeah, she gave herself her card. That's what I said. Gave her card. Whatever. I'm correcting my.
Was this
Yeah,
was this like a halftime? Was this like a halftime?
No, it was better. First, I was mad because I didn't go on for halftime. But halftime, what do people do? They get up, they go to the bathroom, they get stuff
snacks.
to eat. Yeah. I performed at the second half of the third quarter, so everybody was there.
Oh
Very
wow.
cool.
I was doing the whole Eminem 8 Mile thing. I was backstage, felt like I was about to throw up because they said I was
He
gonna
had just
be.
eaten spaghetti. He was pissed.
Did you guys hear that Mom Spaghetti thing? They just made him say Mom Spaghetti for the whole rap. Like blah blah blah, Mom Spaghetti, something blah blah, Mom Spaghetti. Like just
love
look it up
that.
on YouTube. They make him say Mom Spaghetti on every rhyme. But
love
I'm
that.
getting distracted. So, I was backstage. I was nervous because that's the first time I was going to perform in front of 20,000 people, and
Major.
they said they're going to put me in the middle of the basketball court.
Where was they gonna put you?
In the middle. Middle. You can't say middle normally. You got it. Middle. Yeah.
MSG. It's
Yeah, in the middle of the whole basketball court, and I was is that it? You played the 8 Mile song. Okay. So like I was like, oh man, the whole time. Is that the Mom Spaghetti thing?
That's the real one. I heard palms are sweaty.
Yeah.
Calm spaghetti.
Yeah, you know what?
Spaghetti.
Let's lower it and I think you guys had the right idea. Let's play it underneath his story.
Yeah.
I like it.
Yeah.
So yeah, I was backstage like nervous, Mom Spaghetti all the time, and all I could think about was Mom Spaghetti already.
Honey, yeah, stay focused on your story.
All right. So like, yeah, I was, I really thought I was gonna throw up. I went in the bathroom. I was like sitting down or whatever.
See, that's called the pre-show shits.
Yeah, the pre-show shits.
Yeah.
Is that a brief?
So how did it
happens
go,
all the
man?
time.
Yeah.
How did it go?
Oh man, I went out there and I was kind of mad because with every beatboxer you want to have bass in the voice, otherwise it'd be like or whatever. Like you want to. It's like a drummer without a kick or without like you got to feel the bass in
club
the
with no
beatboxing.
subs.
Yeah, pretty much. So like the speakers were on the ceiling, because I was using a wireless microphone. I was like, oh man, people aren't going to be able to feel this. So I still stuck to the routine because they're very strict. Like whatever you do in the
I'm
audition,
sure,
you got
yeah.
to stick to that. So I did, and once I started like moving around, because like I don't know if you guys noticed, like when I was beatboxing earlier, I'm very theatrical. I don't just like I get into it. I make
Yeah, yeah,
faces.
yeah.
I'm
You shoot
doing
yourself in
crazy
the mouth,
stuff.
everything.
Yeah. So I was doing.
Suicide.
I was moving around when I was performing. I was still nervous, but I was like, no, this is all I got to go in. And once I started doing Crazy Train, which I got to show you guys, that one's like,
Well, we're gonna have to do it now.
yeah,
Not right this second, but we're absolutely gonna have to do it.
Okay, so once I started doing Crazy Train, which was I'm playing my neck and beatboxing at the same time, so the sound is coming out like I'm making two sounds at the same time. The whole audience they started cheering. They're like, oh, stuff. And
That's awesome. That gives you the chills right there.
in that moment, when I was done and I put my hands up and everybody was cheering for me, it was seriously the best feeling in the whole world.
High.
I was like, man, what's that word? Nostalgia? Is that right?
It felt like Will Smith was
Nostalgia
there.
when you, nostalgia is when you reminisce.
It's better than Will Smith. Was that?
Nostalgia is when you look back and you reminisce.
Okay, that's what I'm doing right now. See,
Okay.
I was testing you.
You tested me.
You, yeah.
So no, I got a quick question.
Yeah.
After that night, did you have because 20,000 people watching you? There's got to be at least one bad chick. So was this you had some groupies or something? Did you got groupies?
No.
You got no groupies?
No, I'm old fashioned, man.
You married?
No,
he's respectful.
No, I
He doesn't take home groupies.
And he calls them women, not bitches.
I felt like I was in
I just call them bitches 'cause I don't know their name personally.
That's it. Keep digging it. Keep digging that hole there, Freddie. Keep digging it.
Freddie, you're a pig.
It's getting deeper and deeper.
You're a fucking pig.
No, kind of messed up story. 3 or 4 years ago, I was with this girl, Jessica, and shout out if you're watching.
Damn.
I hope she is. We've got Jessica on the line.
You messed up, girl. You messed up. No, I was old fashioned. I wanted to be the full boyfriend and everything. And
Get married husband.
But not that. Not just
What's old fashioned? What are you talking about?
Yeah, just boyfriend, girlfriend. Start off slow and see where it goes, whatever. But not play around. It was a one night stand pretty much, and
snap.
and it was a one night stand / friends with benefits thing, and I know any other dude, you'll be like, yeah, man, in the car, out the door. What's you want to do? Park the car in the garage, leave it, leave the.
Yep.
I don't know if that makes sense.
Yeah, man, you lying. You said park the car in the garage. I'm like, hold on,
Park the
you shoot the club up? You don't shoot the club up on the side.
Yeah, at this point, I'm just going along. I'm like, okay.
Wait, is there a shooting?
I don't know, but I'm just saying, any other dude will just be like, yeah, man, just somebody you can call up.
Wham, bam, thank you, man.
Yeah, wham, bam, thank you, man.
Drop
But
all,
I was.
out.
But I was all hard. She said she had bronchitis or she had something. I bought her an expensive ass ventilation machine to help her breathing so she sleep at night.
Come on, Verbal ASE. Don't tell me you turned into a simp. Did she simp you out?
No, she started to. She started
Simp
to,
you
and then
out?
I caught on, and I was like, you know what?
You out?
Yeah, for the non-black people in the room, can you guys please?
I don't know what happened. There was a shooting. Someone went to a club. There's no subwoofers there. We're getting simped up. What the fuck is happening?
Oh,
Simp
shit.
is a
Who got
sensitive-
simped up?
Simp is a soft pimp,
Okay.
sensitive pimp. You don't want to be a simp.
You knew that?
Yeah, I do.
Let's write that one down for a title.
Yeah, being a nerdy guy, I still know that.
Wow.
So,
Yeah, but I was-
she started to simp you out, but you put a stop to it.
All
Yeah,
right.
I took her to Boston for some singing competition, and
Jesus.
God damn.
I got a hotel because she didn't have a plan. She probably had a plan. Me.
Did you blaze at the hotel when you got in the hotel room? Did
I
you
actually
blaze?
don't smoke.
No, I'm not talking about. I'm talking about smash.
Oh no.
No,
No smash, no.
Nothing.
There was nothing romantic. There was
it's a little dome, little toppy.
there was nothing.
Ew, Freddie, stop.
I'm just trying to figure this out right now. I'm trying to figure out how far does the simping go?
A black quagmire. That's what's.
No.
Can you do
No.
Can you do it?
No, wait.
Giggity goo guy.
No, I am not a black. Quagmire puts pills in women's drinks. That's not me. Hashtag me too. I respect women.
man.
I do not hinder
He's
their
really
judgment.
trying to get out of this Me Too
Yeah,
movement.
you know
I do
what?
not hinder women's judgment.
You're holding a dick pill in your hand.
No, I'm not. You crazy, Kim. You are crazy, Kim. You're not.
He's all, yeah, you crazy. What are you talking about? There's nothing over there.
I am not.
All right, I need.
I wanna
We've talked
hear-
enough about
wait,
it. I want to
Crazy
hear
Train.
Crazy Train. I need
Well,
Crazy
he,
Train.
he actually did a little crazy train at the beginning, but go ahead.
Wait, what'd you say?
Crazy
Crazy
Train.
Train.
Oh, you guys all say crazy.
We're
Train at the
ready.
same
We're
time?
ready for it. I think the
I want to hear
listeners
them
are
all.
ready.
Everything you got. Throw it out.
I want to do
All right.
Crazy Train, and then I have a good idea that I want to
didn't even
try
do the
out.
sound effects yet.
Well, we'll save those for after because I have an idea about sound effects.
Okay.
I want to get us all involved with the sound effects.
All right. I heard you doing that sound again, man. All right, no.
That's really you're in his head. You're in his head right now. Get out of his head. He needs to do Crazy Train.
All right. All right, you guys ready?
We're ready.
I don't know why I'm rolling up my sleeves. Whatever. All right. Crazy Train. We're going off the rails on a crazy train. With the beat, we're going off the rails on a crazy train.
Awesome. I mean, Kim malfunctioned in the middle of that. Her brain just.
I
was wondering what's happening over here.
Oh my god, she was fembotting.
She was like updating her app or something.
Oh my god, that was amazing.
Yeah, see how I did mixed it with a little ventriloquist too?
Yeah.
Like, I was like, where's the sound coming from?
No, that was great.
Yeah, for a second,
You
you
like
Kim hopped in with you. I was like,
you like somehow auto-tuned yourself while you were doing a beat. I mean,
And
that
he
was
turned it,
awesome.
did you see when he changed it?
Yeah, yeah.
going on.
So that was Freddie right there. But honestly, don't even worry about cleaning that off because that thing is donezo. And we have more to go because what I want to do is I think we should do a couple sound effects, but I think we should get involved and try and like do our best to.
And you tell us who's the best at the sound effect.
Okay.
But then obviously we want to hear you.
Well, you start and we'll follow your lead, and then you pick the best one.
All right, so
The judge, Simon.
let's do Bird.
A bird.
Okay, go ahead. You do it.
Wait, I'm going first?
Yeah, you go first because we have to copy you.
Oh, okay.
Oh, you want to?
bird.
Oh, I see what you were thinking. Like you say a sound effect, we just do it, and it's so.
Oh,
different.
I would be like tweet a tweet. Like,
Tweet a tweet?
I would be so bad.
So Bird is for me is wait, that was pretty good. Who did that? That was you, I can tell you. You're the one that's making the sounds. All right. So Bird is oh, that was you back there.
You're so thrown off.
No, I think our producers just.
I'm confused.
I think producers just send a sound effect.
Oh,
with a
you
bird.
have a bird?
Yeah, I do have a bird. Yeah.
Okay, go ahead.
Oh my god,
that's how you
that's
do
all right.
it.
That's our producer Bobby.
using the-
That's pretty good, and he is. I'm looking at him right now. He's not using sound effects or
That was
anything.
his mouth. That was his weird
Yeah.
producer mouth.
Yeah,
That's really good.
It's pretty close. That's how I do it too.
That's really good.
It's good.
I don't really want to do that
What?
now. I don't want to do mine.
Okay, what's yours? All right, I'm confused.
Oh god damn it!
Okay.
All right, I think for the people listening, they need to know who's doing what because they can't
That's
see.
verbal.
Oh, wait,
That's
are you
ACE.
doing that?
That's verbal.
So that's
ACE.
verbal ace.
Oh, I thought that was the computer.
All right, go ahead, Kim. Kim is doing cartoon whispers.
Wait, Kim.
Hold on!
Wait. Let Kim go. Let Kim go.
Okay, you guys freaking try.
It's like, yo, bro, yo.
Okay. All right,
Okay.
you go.
All right. You want me to go? All right.
One around the table.
I got to think of what kind of bird I want to do.
Just to know you have to
bird
know.
is eagle? Yeah.
No, it's a contest to do that bird. We have to do
Okay, we
what
have
he
to do the
does the
same thing?
best. Yes, whoever.
Rick looked like he's giving the microphone head.
You were going to say that no matter what I did. He's obsessed. All right, here goes Freddie.
Freddie, come on.
Rick, stop making me laugh. All right. Come on, man. I got it. Y'all making
Your
me laugh.
face. Your face. Trying to make this sound. That's actually not bad. That's not bad.
So like, his producer guy,
Bobby's.
and then yours.
Bobby's was the best. Yeah,
Yeah.
mine was the goddamn worst.
Mine was decent.
All right, can we move on? Can we
right,
do
what's
another
next?
sound effect?
A cell phone on vibrate.
Okay, let's hear you do it.
Me first?
Yeah.
Maybe we should save him for last. But
That's what I was thinking. Do you guys want me to go last? Or?
Yeah.
All right,
it's
fine.
so hard to
let's switch it.
top yours.
Yeah,
Yours are
switch it
so
up.
We'll
good.
switch it. We'll see which order works best on this one.
All right.
So,
So who wants to go first?
I can go first.
Okay, go
I'll
ahead.
go first.
Cell phone on vibrate. It's pretty good.
that's pretty good.
Yeah.
Freddie?
You can't copy him.
I think Freddie's faces when he's doing these are better than the sound effects. Oh. Kim, what do you got?
Oh, now I don't want to copy yours, but there's no other way to do
Well, it's a
that.
vibrating phone. I mean, how many different fucking sounds does it
I'm gonna
make?
try not to do my lips, but do that sound with my tongue.
Okay, now do a fly. I want to hear a fly.
Wait. We need to hear your cell phone first.
My cell phone?
Oh.
Oh wait. Is that all right? That's Kim.
That's pretty good.
Oh, okay. I see what you're doing there. I see what
pretty
you're
good.
doing.
That's
All
what
right.
I'm
That's a cell phone vibrating on a table.
On the table, yes. Hit
Yeah.
the table.
I see what you're doing.
I can do
All
that
right.
too. I
Now
can
here
do
come-
one.
here-
on the
all right,
table.
Verbal Ace, give us both of yours.
All right, so the cell phone. Wait. Hold on a second. Oop, that's my landlord. Never mind. Gotta let that go to voicemail. Put it on the table. It's like Chewbacca on the toilet, but it's
Sounds
supposed
like
to be a phone.
Kim's vibrator. Ugh.
Yeah.
All right. Again, you blew us out of the water on that one.
Who
That's-
won?
We're giving it to Kim?
Yeah.
All right, fine. I'll win one of these. All right, let's do a helicopter. How about a helicopter?
A helicopter?
Yeah,
What are you just picking a sound you can do?
that's exactly right.
You like that squirrel eating that egg roll from last show.
All right. That's pretty good.
All right.
All right, that was me. That was me, not Verbal Ace.
All right.
Sounds like I'm eating pussy for the first time.
That's Kim. This is Kim. Do yours again.
All right, you ate something.
Oh man.
A cat?
All right, Freddie.
Sounds like he's eating pussy for the third time.
All right, man. What do you got?
Mine's kind of
There's Verbal Ace.
Mine's kind of the same thing. It's like,
God, it's one of those Vietnam fucking.
Right.
That was good.
I got one. Let's do a cat.
a cat?
A cat.
I'm sick of it.
A cat.
Well, you said it, so you got to start it.
All right.
Yeah. Cracking
It's
up
actually
over
really
there.
good.
That's good. I don't want to go. Kim, you go.
No, you go. Ew.
I don't like that one.
Wow, I don't know. I'm allergic to cats.
I gotta not drink.
No
when you
one
guys
look
are
at
doing
me.
this. I gotta not drink.
I
when
ain't
you
never
guys are
seen
doing
Kim this shy in my life.
It's the cat that got thrown down the well.
Cat got laryngitis. On that cat.
We didn't even ask you if you can do a cat. Can you do a cat?
Yeah, I do a kitten pretty good. Like,
God damn it. He's really good.
So look, I got a question. Can you do us? Like you've been hearing us talking. Can you do like a Kim, a Rick, or a me?
I'd have to
you have to
hear
work
you
on
guys
it?
for like a,
He needs
a
to
long
study.
time.
Okay.
He needs
Yeah.
to
He has to
study.
learn.
He
Yeah.
needs to hear.
Can you do Shakira?
No. Wait.
Spears.
In what way? Wait.
Those
Sorry.
are-
Sorry. See, look what you guys are turning me. They're turning the innocent Verbal ASE. Like,
Will
hey,
Smith.
what's going on, guys?
Will Smith.
What about Will Smith?
Can you do a Will Smith?
Oh, just. Oh wait, that's Eddie Murphy. That's Eddie Murphy.
Actually, it's
Eddie
kind of
Murphy.
both of them if you think about
No,
it.
do Denzel.
Denzel. Oh man, was he like? You here right now? I don't know. You know how he always points like this?
Yeah.
It's like you don't know what to. I can't do it, Denzel.
Huh? You gonna play me?
Guys.
King Kong ain't got shit on me. Huh? I'll burn this whole bitch down.
I'll show you the weirdest sound I got.
Okay.
Have you ever played a really old school video game and like when you die in a game, it sounds like this. Game over.
Producers love that one. They are going nuts back there.
That was fucking incredible.
Wait, can you do that again?
Yeah, it's like game over.
I can do one of those sounds. I can do one.
Wait, I want to try that.
Ooh, wait. All right, I got it.
You know,
Ready?
yeah. Oh god, you.
I gotta stretch my neck
This
out.
sounds like you about to take a money.
You know, I was making fun of myself. Because I was showing people in Best Buy like my sound effects, and they were like all into it. I was like, you know, it'd be funny on the CCTV camera or whatever. It looks like I'm choking, and none of you guys are helping me because I'm over here or whatever.
I could totally see that.
I can do a dead sound from another game.
Okay,
That's
what-
cartoons. That's cartoons.
Yeah, I'll say what game is that? Can you do Mario?
Do that.
What about when he gets shrunk? When he gets a banana. Yeah.
By the way, these are all Freddie making these sound effects.
Oh, Rick, they know.
I don't want to ruin your credibility here.
They know.
And make it sound, everyone's thinking, oh my God, Verbal Ace, what happened?
Verbal Ace, what happened?
Fill out the turf truck.
We found his weakness.
Mario
man.
sounds.
Wait, what else you got? I want to see it all.
There's a
Kim trying to rape you.
when you
Vocally.
Yeah, you might have found a groupie.
your first
The
groupie.
first groupie. I'm the first groupie.
No, he has groupies. I know he does.
Yeah, he's got groupies.
honestly.
You just ain't figured them out. See, I hang with you. I'll be able to point them out. Like Verbo, that's weak. That's you.
Wait, do more.
Okay, so here's a fly. I can do a fly flying around. It flies in my mouth. I swallow it, and then you can still hear it down here.
Okay.
Oh my God. This is
like-
so specific.
It's like. Oh God, it went down. That's gonna be a fun bathroom trip later. All right, so there's the fly. There's the fly sound.
Oh man.
Okay, how did you figure out you could do that?
I was bored as hell. I was bored as
I'm
hell.
sure it starts with a fly. And
like,
he's like,
yeah,
I wonder
it's-
if
it's-
this fly goes in my mouth.
It started from the cell phone. It's basically I took the cell phone sound and I made it like a higher. I was like, or whatever. Like I was just trying to see what I could do with my voice.
Holy
Did
shit, man.
you figure out that sound effect when you was on a trip with Jessica? Like she was doing something with her bronchitis. You like, I
No.
got free time.
No. This is sound I've been doing for like 7 years now. 7 years.
Wow.
Yeah, long time.
So how often do you lose your voice doing this stuff?
That's the cool thing about going back to versus playing in the platform versus the subway train. If I'm performing on the platform, I usually try to stay for like 4 hours or whichever. And if I'm doing vocally, like if I'm doing Crazy Train a lot, like you saw, like I was like going ham on it. If I do that routine a lot, I'll lose my voice. So when I perform in the subway stations, I try to mix up like beatboxing, a little bit of like comedian stuff, and then I do some DJ stuff because I basically DJ my own voice and stuff like that. But on the train, if I decide to stay out for a long time and I don't have tea or anything, I'll lose my voice, which has happened a few times.
Yeah.
It's the one that makes me lose my voice is Crazy Train.
Oh,
Yeah.
Based on, sitting next to you while you did that, I can totally see. That's why I asked the question, because it seems like it takes a lot out of you.
It does. But usually like I am so like how I said earlier, when I perform on the train, I'll perform at one end and then I'll do something else at the other end. So I'll do something else if the audience is if everybody really likes me in the train, I'll do like another thing at the other end. And I usually leave with that. That's just like my outro. With some people donate even more. I actually have a scary / funny story on the train. I don't know if I-
Well, that's what this podcast is for. So
Okay, so performing on the train, you run into all kinds of people and stuff. I was on the A train, and what I used to do is I go on the train, I adjust my volume and stuff, I look up, and I get started. So I get on the A train. This is after performing for like an hour or so. I get on the train, I adjust my stuff, I look up, there's 15 cops in front of me, like in SWAT gear, the lieutenant's there, the chief, they're all in front of me. Now, the reason this is scary is because you are not supposed to perform on the
Right.
train. They actually have a message for that. It's like, ladies and gentlemen, soliciting on the train is illegal. We ask you not to give. Please help us maintain an orderly substance. I know that by heart because, that's my voice. They have that message. So, like, when a cop sees you, if he's cool, then, whatever. But, like, most of the time, they're not cool with you. They're not cool.
Most of the time, they're not.
I've
Most
seen
of the
people
time.
actually, they've received tickets for
You
performing.
can
on
get
the
a
train.
ticket or you can get your equipment confiscated.
Oh, man.
So I look up, there's 15 cops, and they're all looking at me, too. I was like, oh. I literally said, oh, on the mic. Oh, and then one of them was like, yeah, why don't you just sit down for a little bit? I was like, okay.
Wait, why were they in riot gear? Do you know?
Cops are always in riot gear. You ever see that? Notice that? Like, you
Not
see
on
them,
the
they're like,
I have seen them, but not like riding the train. I've seen them like just
maybe it wasn't,
stationed.
maybe
like,
it wasn't riot gear, but like they were full throttle. Like they were ready to go to war with something, but I don't know. So one of them told me just sit down or, turn it off or whatever. And I started turning my speaker and stuff down. And one of them was like, what do you do, karaoke or something? And without even second guessing it, I just like went into performance mode. I was like, no, you guys ever see Police Academy? I do what the guy Michael Winslow does. And I showed them a couple of sounds. I did the voice of the subway train and their demeanor changed. They started laughing. They got off at the next station and they all gave me a thumbs up to say, go ahead and perform. And as soon as the doors closed, I was like, oh. And then everybody on the train started clapping because if you live in New York, that doesn't happen. That does
exactly.
not
I'm
happen.
like, bitch, I can't pay rent with thumbs up.
50.
some money.
They gave me thumbs up to perform. They allowed me to perform
Like,
on the
give me
train.
some money.
even though you were going to do that shit with thumbs up or not.
Like,
It's like, you're
the-
off the train. I don't need your approval anymore.
Yeah, I mean, like, yeah, probably. But like, for a cops to like go ahead, like, yeah, go ahead and do your thing.
really
I
cool.
was like, man, whew. And there was a second time something like that happened. I got off at 49th Street. What was it? Q train? Yeah, Q train 49th Street. I was there on the platform, and I'll summarize this one. I was just adjusting my speakers, and two cops walk up, and one of them recognized me from DJing in the subway. And I was like, you're not DJing today? I was like, nah, man, it's all this stuff is too much to carry. So, I'm just doing the trains. I was being honest with him. He's like, oh, cool. And his partner doesn't know what I did. So I did the voice, the platform voice, as the platform voice is announcing it. I was like, yeah, that's me. I was like, the next Uptown Express train is approaching the station. Please stand away from the platform edge. I did that with a little reverb on the mic. It sounded just like that. And some older lady that was walking by, she started cracking up. She was like, wow, which impressed the cop even more. And they basically escorted me on the train so I can perform. They escorted me on the train. Well, most of the time, they escort people off the train to give them a ticket.
Right.
These two cops escorted me on the train and tell me to perform.
Well, that's
for
why I
everybody.
think what you do is so
It's
cool and
freaking
so
crazy.
different.
Yeah.
You're not swinging on poles, kicking people in the face.
Yeah.
You're not.
I mean, no.
You're not like one of the mariachi bands who get up there and just it almost sounds like noise. Like
Yeah.
there's a lot of context to what you're doing, and it's so different.
And I try to keep it kid friendly, which is
Right.
why I'm not swearing, talking about balls and Viagra pills and stuff like that.
Well, your audience is gonna love that segment. I mean, we haven't even really gotten into the clip of the week here yet, but
Oh man,
that's
this is clip of the week.
Yeah, well, we've speaking of which, guys, let's just jump right into the clip of the week now.
Next stop, Subway Creatures. Clip
this
of the
for me?
week.
So Verbal ASE, I want you to stick around for all of this stuff. So each week we do a clip of the week. This one kind of spoke for itself. It's a woman, speaking of Showtime, she interrupts a Showtime show to do her own Showtime. And guys, let's play the video on this one.
Ooh.
I love it.
Don't miss.
Y'all think this is funny?
Oh, she wild.
Stop the music.
He said that's not my fault.
Oh man.
She's wild.
See, this is where the professionalism should come in. I had to deal with this when I performed in the subway.
Right. So for the people who are just listening, You can check out the account. The video's up on it. It's a woman who interrupts Showtime, which are the guys who are always swinging on the poles doing acrobatic stuff. And she decides to start doing her own hat flips and her own version of Showtime.
Look how happy she is that she's
very
almost caught the hat.
she's very happy.
She's really happy.
She has no shoes on. She has just socks.
She's just wearing socks.
This
woman is actually pretty famous in the subway.
Is she?
Yeah, this is the woman who also goes around rapping. I posted a video of her in the past. She actually knows all the lyrics to "This Is Why It's Hot," Mims, and I swear she raps. She does a lot of this type of stuff. Is
on purpose.
hilarious, but there's clearly something
Wrong.
not all there upstairs.
That's
But
the look right there.
you know what's
The guy, the orange.
yeah, the guy with the orange hoodie, man,
He's
his
done.
face just explains it all. He just is like, nah.
I mean, because he can kind of see, like, because anytime you out and you in that environment,
Look at
somebody
his
says,
face.
Miss,
Look at his
Miss. He's trying to be very respectful, like, Miss. She is totally ignoring him. And usually after that, people get smacked in the face.
well, VerbalASE, you brought up a good point.
This
which
is where the professionalism
has
comes
never been brought up. At least I didn't see her here. If he would have shut the music off, she doesn't have anything to dance to. Although
See, that's-
she does look like the type of person. She's not dancing to the music coming out of that speaker. There's music in her head.
See,
and
this,
that's what she's
yeah.
dancing
So
to,
this is remember how you asked me earlier, like, you know, when I bring my setup in the subway, it's the full thing, whatever. I not only like have that, but I'm treating the show as professional as I can. Yes, I'm in the subway, but you know, I'm 100% serious in my performance from start to finish. Everything is professional. It's about professionalism, because if somebody's watching you and they see that, you know, they're going to be like, this guy knows what to do. I'm going to have him in my show. Versus somebody on the street just playing around or whatever. Then it's, you know, this like, I'm not going to hire this person or whatever because, you know, they're not professional. Same thing for that video. If the guy was professional, like, yeah, you're performing on the train, which is not exactly a professional environment or a place somebody should be performing. But if you are going to perform, it should be 100% serious all the time. What he should have did is stop the music, go to a different train, you know, or cart, and, you know, continue the show there. Not try to do the show when there's somebody else doing the show, because now nobody's paying attention. Now everybody's just seeing it like it's a circus or whatever.
Right.
There's this lady doing
Now
a
it's like a
dance.
joke.
She stole the show. She basically
yeah, now
stole
it's a
the show.
joke. Yeah. So like, you know, I've had moments like that when I performed in the subway, you know. All right, so since we said vulgar things on the show, I'll just talk about this thing. I was performing at Penn Station, and you know that song, "The Freaks Come Out at Night."
Yeah.
You ever heard that
Curtis
song?
Blow.
That is so true in the subway stations. It's so true. I was performing. I think it was 8 to 11 on a Sunday night. There's still a lot of people there, and this big lady who was homeless. Everybody was having a good time. You know, I was watching. She walks in the middle, lifts up her dress, bends over, and starts clapping with her butt cheeks, like. And she had a what do you call it, G-string or whatever. Like I was like, oh, I said that on the mic and I stopped it. I was like, no, we can't do that.
Yeah,
and
keep it PG.
I stopped the show, and you know, I just basically didn't continue. Luckily the cops were there. They was like, you know, you can't do that.
Yeah,
And they escorted her out of there.
She made it clap like a strip show.
It was nasty. Yeah, and there was kids there. There was little kids there, and I was like, "Come on, you could dance, but why do you always got to take it to that level? Like, why
Kids
can't
at
you?"
like 10, 11 at night?
Yeah.
yeah.
You know,
It's
people
Penn
come here on
Station. It's Penn
vacation,
Station, exactly.
you know, tourists and stuff.
And I know exactly the stop you're talking about. That is a very popular station
Yeah.
because there's about 50 trains that run through that station.
Yeah. So like, I was, you know, I'm all about keeping stuff kid friendly in my shows. You know, it's one thing I'm proud of too. Like, you know, I used to be very vulgar and just like not give a fuck and basically say whatever's on my mind all
From
the
when
time.
you first started your shows or just in life?
Just in life. And like when I came to New York, I really feel that New York has changed me, like not only as a performer but as a person too.
For the best of the worst.
Yeah, for the best.
Because there's a lot of people that go the other direction with that.
I'm like more respectful. Like I don't swear. I mean, this may sound like, you know, a whatever thing, but you know, I don't swear in front of my mom, my parents. Like, you know, I'm very respectful.
That's what it sounds
Yeah,
like.
I don't do that either.
Yeah.
I don't think people should do that.
No, they shouldn't.
Yeah.
And I you know, I just try to keep everything, you know, humble and stuff, because like I told myself the minute I let success or anything go to my head is the moment I'm also going to fail. Because if it wasn't for these people, I wouldn't be in that position in the first place.
That's a good point. It's true.
Yeah. So like,
remember where you came from. Remember your roots.
Never.
all that.
I can't forget that.
Absolutely. So another thing I like to do, we just started this last week, so we'll keep it going. I guess this kind of coincides with your story of the booty clapping. I show these guys a video they haven't seen yet, so they're seeing it for the first time on the show, and it's also kind of incentive for people to watch the YouTube or to subscribe at gasdigitalnetwork.com. So here's a video that you guys haven't seen yet. That is a man.
Yeah, I can. Yeah, it's a grown ass man. He is very close to whoever's filming. Okay, guys.
Oh,
so
that was way too close.
that is a grown. It was a grown ass man.
He looks like Tinkerbell.
Yeah, he looks like
dressed like Tinkerbell.
looks like the comedian Benji Brown. I don't know if you know the comedian Benji Brown. If you don't, you can Google his name, Benji Brown. But he looks like him in the face. It's a shorter black guy with a blonde wig on, with a green dress on. He's dropping his dress to show his titties, but he's a man, so he's just showing like titty pecs or something.
And then he gets on the floor and starts twerking.
Yeah, he starts doing some weird twerking. He gets up in the face of whoever's filming, and they just standing there like hell to the no. This dude look like he has an underbite. Looks like he could open up a cap, like a
Bottle opener.
yeah. Like he could open a Corona with his mouth, like, just pop them open.
What was that sound effect? Is that what it sounds like when you open a bottle?
That's a Mario fireball shoot from the NES.
All right, don't get him started, all right? Go down a long rabbit hole.
That's all the rings leaving Sonic.
I say that's Sonic, not Mario.
See, I'm good. You see, Verbal ASE knew what I was doing.
Oh, okay. How does this video compare to your experience that the person who interrupted your show?
Almost the same thing. It's like they always take it to that level. They always take it
that's
to that
nightmare
level.
right there.
Was that the guy?
No, but it really does look like
Benji
him.
Brown. See, told you. Look.
Was that the guy?
Oh, I see where you're
Look,
going.
Benji Brown. Look at
Benji
that
Brown
face.
looks like Sinbad. That looks like Sinbad too.
Does not look like Sinbad.
It looks just like Sinbad.
No, it doesn't, Rick.
No, those are white. Those are white eyes. White eyes.
Rick, you just fell into the.
Are you saying those are white eyes?
Right, yes.
That looks nothing like Sinbad.
Nothing, Rick. You straight white
Can
boy.
you pull up a picture of Sinbad next to that guy, please?
You guys are gonna regret this
we
one.
can show Rick what's going on.
Twins.
Oh God, Kim has just DDT'd you into life.
It
Rick.
needs to happen.
You think I care if whatever Brown looks like Sinbad?
Whatever Brown. Oh no, it's getting worse. Do the face one. Do the face
Yeah,
one.
look at twins.
Do the face one.
What?
Literally not at all. I mean, are you kidding?
Twins.
If you believe they look alike, say I. Rick, why you say?
I didn't even understand what you just said.
I said, if you don't try to turn it around, Rick.
I'm not.
They look nothing alike, Rick.
I'm like trying to nah.
Look at Verbal ASE.
Guys.
Verbal ASE has turned his head whole 180 degrees trying to figure this out.
Guys, they're like twins. How do you guys not see this?
Yeah, I look like.
Oh, it must be the sunglasses throwing you guys off.
Yeah,
Find one without the sunglasses. Yeah, there you go.
Fine with him making the same.
That's
face.
not a good one. Anyway.
Find one where he looks more like the guy that we're comparing him to.
Yeah. A little shade
Not
darker.
at all.
Let's find one that's a little darker.
If they're twins, they're fraternal.
Yeah, that's what I meant.
Rick, this is your turn to
Okay.
leave.
Anyways,
Whatever,
moving on.
guys.
Right?
Moving on, we got Caption of the Week. Another funny video. Verbal ASE, I don't know if you saw this one. This guy whipped out a huge dildo on the train. He just unpackaged this thing.
Yes.
No pun intended. And
Look at Verbal ASE face though.
No, well, guys, do we have the video? I don't remember if I gave it to you. Look at this. Look at this thing.
He's unpackaging. He snatched it up.
Guy too. What the hell?
It's a big ass dildo.
Look at the size of that thing.
It's like a double-sided one.
Yeah,
I think it is actually, yeah.
it is. Yeah.
Oh, who's he handed it to?
No, I think he's going to put it in the bag sitting next to him. But
Bag of big black dildos.
Like, why? Like,
He knows what he's doing.
that thing is huge.
No, this reminds me. It's a skit. That
I
you
think this
remember,
is. I don't think this is a real video.
You don't think? What seems fake about it to you?
They're already recording. They're already recording the guy.
Well, I
Well,
will
they're
say the
recording
thing's
as
already
he's
out.
opening
It's
it,
already
though.
Yeah,
out.
it's like out and he's holding it up, so somebody probably pulled their phone out and started recording. But this reminds me. It's a skit. You know, Donald Glover.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
Childish
Childish Gambino, yes, he used to be part of this comedy troupe called Derek Comedy, old school, old on YouTube. You pull up on YouTube, it's a skit called Bro Rape.
Oh, please, let's not watch improv right now.
No, I can't.
No,
I can't do it.
he did a skit called, he was in a skit that they did called Bro Rape, and it's about
Bro rape?
Bro Rape. Yes, it's
Of course you'd know about that.
it's a spoof of Dateline NBC To Catch a Predator. You guys see it's hilarious, but it's about big black dildos, which he has. But
that thing, that is like, I don't know.
What threw
do
me
you even
off
do
was
with-
like-
what do you even do with that?
What threw me off is like this guy doesn't even look like he should have.
No, it's not
Like,
the kind of guy you would expect.
Yeah,
him to be.
yeah.
He looks like a
It
respectful.
doesn't.
He looks like a Native American man that like has cool stories.
Exactly.
And is,
So
like,
I did not expect to
respectful
see
of the
that.
land.
Exactly
and
how the guy that
animals.
have big black dildos. Look, this is the ones you don't expect. He got the hair shaved on the side with just the top.
No,
he
I
look.
didn't
He looks
expect
kind of like metrosexual, but that's not a word. But
Yeah, I agree with Kim though.
He looks like
he definitely looks like his name's like Sitting Crow.
Yes, he
and-
has a family
Yeah,
sitting crow.
yeah, like he absolutely looks
He
Native
has, like,
American.
he has like 2 kids.
he does not look like somebody that should.
look, he's
And
inspector.
he
This
might
stuff's
just
amazing.
be. That might be Sitting Crow who has a nice family and kids at
and
home.
that's Buffalo. That jacket is Buffalo.
Yeah, he got that himself. We're being really racist.
How?
But yeah, I
How
don't
are
know.
we being racist?
I don't know.
Culturally
How is
insensitive.
anything that we said
Sitting
being
Crow.
racist?
Y'all
Maybe
being very
Sitting
culturally
Crow.
insensitive.
Because I guessed an Indian name?
Well,
Native American, sir.
Oh yeah, sorry. Got the PC crowd on me.
Yeah.
But
that guy looks just like Will Smith.
he looks like Sinbad. The reason we bring this up is because this warranted some captions this week, and Deadworks51 said nothing like a fresh donger to make you feel like a kid on Christmas, and that was the
Sounds like Nate wrote that. Nothing like a fresh donger to get you hot on Christmas.
Or fresh donger. Like I've never heard of that terminology before.
oh, there's a lot of terminology you
But I
don't
gotta
know.
do it again.
What do you guys have for this? Freddie, why don't we start with you? What caption do you have for the not Native American holding the big donger?
My first caption is, "Hey, that looks familiar." My second one is, "So it looks like."
See how he tried to just sweep that one under the rug real quick?
Yeah.
So my first one is, and then my second one.
No, my first one is, "Hey, that looks familiar." Second one is, "So that looks like they got packaging. They packaging life-size replicas of the Elegante."
I was.
Yes!
Thank you. We cut his mic. We cut his mic. Thank you guys. Thank you guys.
Can I get my mic back on, please?
Cut his.
Can I get my mic back on?
Oh yes.
Oh God, so we go.
Kim, what do you have for this one?
I love it. All right, so for this one, I hate to say this one now after Freddie, but when your wife admits she's into black dudes, was my first one, and my second one was this guy is a huge asshole. Get
I
it?
see where you're going.
Because he shoves that in
Oh,
Yeah. And my last one to piggyback off the Australian that muted me is when you're tired of hearing about the Elegante, but you want to see for yourself.
Ah, they got him again.
they cut him off.
Woo!
You got to understand.
Costs us $20 every time, but worth it.
Oh yes.
I keep doing the Men in Black flashy thing on it, but you guys keep bringing up the picture. I'm like flashing myself with the phone. I'm like,
He's trying to forget it. He's trying to forget it. All right, Verbal ASE.
yes.
I just want to thank
I'm
you.
here again. Yeah.
I just want to thank you for coming by. We give every guest a chance to plug whatever it is they want. I know you got a lot going on, so why don't you tell the listeners where they can find you, what you have going on, what they can look up of you.
Yes, if you guys want to look me up on YouTube, that's youtube.com/VerbalASE, VerbalASE, because, you know, S-E-S, A-S-E, because, you know, Adam Stephen Evans, that's my initials. So don't spell ACE, A-C-E, A-S-E. And don't forget to check me out on Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, basically any place the government can keep a tab on you. That's where I'm at. I have a cartoon series on YouTube called Cartoon Beatbox Battles, where I take 2 cartoon characters and make them beatbox battle each other. You guys got to check that out. There's a video of Pennywise versus the Joker. It almost has 30 million views.
Whoa.
You got to check that out. It's really cool.
That whole series, I was checking it out last night, is doing very well.
It's insane, man.
That's the type thing I can see getting picked up for, like, you know,
That's what I'm hoping
an
for.
Adult Swim kind of thing.
Yeah, I mean,
I know that there's a lot of rights that they're gonna have to deal with because you can't use Disney characters and you can't. I'm surprised you haven't been shut down yet.
I spoke with YouTube directly, and when I did the Google Star Wars commercial, Disney worked. Disney is in charge of everything.
They own everything.
But yeah, but they were looking at my channel and stuff, and like as long as I'm not claiming the characters as my own or using any footage or anything from the actual companies, I'm okay because it falls under fair use.
Do you know how much they probably let you go with that? Because I feel like they shut people down just to be dicks to shut them down. Everyone gets shut down for using Disney, but that's awesome to hear, and hopefully that keeps going for you because that series, like I said, I highly recommend checking it out. It is really entertaining. Yes. There are all your voices,
all my voice cartoon beatbox battles.
Check it out. It's awesome. I even saw the one that you did kind of live. You did like a live version where you were showing yourself doing the voices.
Yeah, I do that all the
animations.
time. I thought you guys were gonna do that here. I was gonna like get into it.
Oh God, we should have set that up, but
like playing.
You know
on
what?
the screen,
it's just a reason. Just a reason to have to get you back on.
Yeah. I'll do it next time. Like you guys played on there, and I'll do it in real time. I do that all the time.
That would be really fun.
It's really
we have
cool.
to have you back to do
We'll
that.
definitely have to do that because that sounds awesome. But
you should do a cartoon beat battle with me and Rick. Make us drawing.
You and Rick.
I would just like to see how
Or me
you
versus
how
the
you
internet.
draw us or how you'd animate us.
I'd have you verse Rick from Rick and Morty.
Okay.
Oh, Rick versus Rick.
You know, Marty, you can't really do that. You know. Well, yeah, that's Marty.
That's good.
Well, thank you again for coming. I really appreciate it.
Yes,
We will,
yes.
like we said, we'll have to get you back in for sure.
I'm down. Let me know.
Verbal
I'm
Ace.
down.
Verbal Ace.
Verbal.
Freddie, what do you got?
Verbal Ace.
What do you got? Shameless plugging.
Freddie B, man, make sure y'all follow me on all social media. These are my voices right here. Verbal Ace. Since here I can really rock out with it. Follow me, Freddie B TV. There is no Y in my name. It's only an IE on all social media. Wherever the government can find you, they can find me, and that's where I am. I just stole Verbal Ace's swag. And I will be in Austin for South by Southwest, so holler at ya boy.
You know what? Why not? It felt right. Kim, what do you got coming up?
Oh my gosh.
do it in a voice,
Follow me on Twitter at Kim Really Congdon, on Instagram at Kim Congdon. I will also be at South by Southwest in Austin. So catch me and Freddie B there. Come say hi if you're out there. Check out my other podcast, Broad Topics, YouTube, Stitcher, Google Play, iTunes, anywhere you find podcasts. That's Broad Topics with an X. And I say this every week. This podcast is free. We do not charge at all. So we would love it if you would just give us a rate, review, share it with a friend, any of that good stuff.
Why do I get the feeling you guys will not hang out at all in South by Southwest?
I will ignore him and walk straight past him.
I know.
Kim is
There's
famous.
no way you guys are connecting at South by Southwest. If you do, it's completely on accident. Everyone thinks we're like a happy family as soon as the fucking camera shuts off.
The second they
get away
hit
from me,
record,
man.
I leave. I don't say bye to them weekly.
Kim's out the door. Freddie, I see kind of showing up late every week. It is what it is.
Damn.
It's.
Oh, we're dramatic.
lies.
That was total exaggeration. but
Real
not
quick,
really.
real quick. I kind of wanted to do that. I have an idea to do like cartoon shows when the cameras are off. So like if you're watching Mickey Mouse Clubhouse, he's like, oh boy, I'll see you real soon. And cut. Pluto, you gotta stop stepping on my fucking foot, man. Every time I do the show, oh my gosh, Donald, I don't know what the hell you're saying the whole time. Yeah, blah 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 blah. Learn English, motherfucker. That's Mickey Mouse like off
I
camera.
kind of like it with the Disney characters swearing. Now Disney's gonna come after you.
Oh no!
Actually, I love that though. That's hilarious. We need to get like a whole skit next time we have you on.
I'm
A whole
down.
skit of that
I wanna do
coming
that.
up. Absolutely. I love that idea.
Yeah.
As for the rest of us, guys, I always say it just like Kim. Check out a 14-day free trial using promo code Subway on gasdigitalnetwork.com. Please rate us. You can find us on YouTube, Google Play, Spotify, Stitcher, iTunes. That'll do it for us this week. This was an awesome episode. VerbalASE, thank you again for joining us.
Yes.
Until next week, guys.